Hey y'all, Teanna B here, and welcome back to my channel. We are doing our annual Thanksgiving prep video. I'm gonna do everything I always do except cook my cornbread for my dressing. I made that the day before I recorded this video, but everything else is the usual, so keep watching. So to start, we're just making a simple, or I'm just making, I guess, a simple box cake. Just a yellow cake. I mostly made this for Julian because he's never had sweet potato pie before, so I didn't know if he would like it. So I thought I'll just get him a box cake just in case. Fun fact, he stuck his nasty finger in one of my sweet potato pies and he actually liked it and asked for a piece or whatever. So this cake was honestly a waste of time, but I already had made it, so somebody gonna eat it, okay? So we're just following the instructions on the back of the box. Nothing special. You know, oil, eggs, milk, and that's it. Once I get everything mixed, I'm gonna just throw this in a glass baking dish. This is actually the dish that you guys see me about to use. It's actually my favorite piece of bakery that I own, to be honest. I use this dish all the time. If you watch my Juneteenth prep videos, you see me make like that strawberry crunch scoop cake. This is the same container that I always put that in. So I'm just gonna pour the cake in there. If you want to do layers, obviously don't use a container like this. I love this container because after I'm done, I could just put some icing on top of it and put the lid on top of it, and it's already put away. I don't have to find a cake storage container. I could just leave it in here. But like I said, if you want layers and like want that center layer of icing, this obviously would not be a good option for you. My oven has been preheating on 350 since before I started, so I'm just gonna put that cake in there and then let it cook. And I'm just using some vanilla Pillsbury icing. It was the Funfetti mix. Obviously, like I told you guys in my Thanksgiving haul, if you guys didn't see it, go back and watch that. But I mentioned that I already had this icing. Not too long ago, I made cupcakes I made a cake for myself and Julian because he was begging for a cake. And that's what I bought this icing for. And I had some left in the fridge. So I was like, I'm not going to buy new icing. That icing is still good. I'm just going to use that icing. So the sprinkles that go with it are gone, but nobody's going to care about that. And I like to do that little tapping method whenever I ice my own cakes, just so that it looks intentionally messed up, as opposed to like the icing looking super uneven. So yeah. Okay, let's do my sweet potato pies. Like I mentioned in my haul, I got the pie filling from my aunt. She mixed the filling, froze it, and then I got it from her a few days later. This was enough for me to make 4 pies. I left it in the freezer until the day that I was gonna bake them, and then I put them in the fridge, just softening them enough for me to scoop them with an ice cream scooper. And once I get all 4 of them prepped, basically, I'm going to go back with a regular spoon and kind of flatten the filling out so that it doesn't cook lumpy. You guys will see what I'm talking about when that part comes, but I'm just repeating the same steps for each pie crust. onto the turkey. Now you guys aren't going to see this because I try not to touch my camera and touch meat, but I did clean my turkey. I ran some water through it. I took all the giblets and stuff out. I throw all that stuff out. I don't use any of that. I don't use the turkey neck. There was a heart loose. There was a turkey neck. And then there's a little bloody bag of stuff. I didn't use any of that stuff. All that stuff got trashed. I softened some butter a little bit. Or you can let your butter get room temperature. Either way works fine. Whatever seasonings you're using, put it in the butter. Mix it up. Spread it across the turkey. That's what we're doing. And then I'm going to use the injectable marinade that I always use, like I showed you guys in the haul. If y'all did not check out my Thanksgiving haul, why are you watching this video if you have not yet watched the haul? And this is just me spreading and injecting. Well, my husband's going to inject it. But this is me spreading. This is me spreading the butter. I have to tell you guys something. Oh, make sure after you rinse your turkey or clean your turkey, however you clean your turkey, pat it dry with some paper towel. I also did that, but I didn't show it because, like I said, I filmed on my own. I didn't have anybody else to hold the camera. I mean, not hold. My tripod's holding it. But, like, adjust the camera as I film. So if I'm touching raw meat, I can't touch my camera. So you guys didn't get to see me doing that stuff. I just waited until after I cleaned the turkey to come on, because at that point I don't really have to touch the turkey anymore. But pat your turkey dry with some paper towel. And now we are going to do the cheese for the macaroni cheese. Y'all know I got 3 different cheeses. I'm going to chop 2, shred 1. Sometimes I shred all 3. I didn't feel like it today. The 2 that I am not shredding, the 2 that I'm chopping, those are going to get melted down into like a little cheese sauce anyway. No, I don't put flour in my macaroni and cheese. It's just melted butter and cheese. And that's it. But those 2 are going to get melted down anyways. The Colby Jack is the cheese that I sprinkle on top. And maybe I'll mix a little bit in it. But for the most part, I sprinkle that on top. So that has to be shredded. The other 2, they're going to get melted down while they're cooking on the stove anyway. So it doesn't matter. This little triangle y'all see me cutting off, I gave that to Julian because he was asking to taste the cheese, but he didn't even eat it. He ended up sitting it on the coffee table and walking away. Anyways, we're going to chop and shred, and I'm putting all 3 of them in a food storage container together, and it's going to go back in the fridge until tomorrow morning when I actually make the macaroni and cheese. Alright, y'all, let's cut up our trinity. We got white onion, celery, and green onion. I'm gonna dice my onion and my green onion. And my grandma, shout out to her, she had a food processor, and she ended up buying a bigger one because the one she had was too small, and she gave me the smaller one. So this year we have a food processor to chop up my celery. I don't know if y'all ever noticed, but my celery is always a little chunky because I suck at chopping celery as small as I would chop onion or green onion. So we're going to run that celery through that food processor, and it's going to look so much better. So I have these celery packs that are already like pre-chopped. I'm cutting the ends off of them because I don't want those. Just like you cut the ends off your green onion and whatever else. Cut the ends off. And this is the food processor I was talking about. It's really small and cute, but it's big enough for me, or us I should say. And this is me. The reason I only put a little bit in is because the only thing I've ran through this food processor, y'all, no lie, is chicken sausage. I put it in there to ground it up. But I have never put a vegetable in there, and I wanted to see how it was going to do with the celery before I just ran it. But I do like the way it came out, so I would do this method again. And just like everything else, just like the cheese, we're just putting this in a food storage container, throwing it back in the fridge. Tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and cook the food, and we'll be good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this Thanksgiving prep this year. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.